Hey family, welcome back to Thrive with Grace. I'm your host, Kat, the Safe Space Coach, and today we're tackling one of the biggest struggles that I see entrepreneurs and small business owners face on a daily basis. What am I talking about? I get asked this question: what should my pricing strategy be? So let's be real, pricing isn't just about the numbers. It's actually about your identity, how you see yourself, how you value your gift, and how much you're going to trust that God can bless the work of your hands. So I see that most entrepreneurs that come to me for a consultation, they actually undercharge because they don't know any better. They undercharge because they actually don't believe better. They're wondering down inside, there's like a fear. If they charge too much, are they going to be seen as greedy? Will people still support them? Will people still buy from them? And then if they do make money, will they still remain humble? Will they still remain seen as a servant? So while you're wanting to have this abundant life that God has promised you, you're also having to deal with that fear in the back of your mind that people may not purchase from you and that you won't be seen in that servant mindset that you desire to be in. But listen to me, you are not called to struggle. No, you are not. You are called to actually be a steward. In Luke 10:7, it says the worker deserves his wages. And that means your time, your talent, the transformations that you create within your business, those are all worthy of compensation. So do yourself a favor and look at it like this from now on. You're not selling hours, you're actually selling outcomes. So when someone pays you, they're not buying your time. They're buying the results of your calling, the transformation that you deliver. You're delivering results, then they are actually paying for those results. So stop charging for your minutes and start charging for what? For your miracles, for the transformations that you actually help happen. Ask yourself, what transformations do your services and products create? And what is the worth to that person experiencing it? Put yourself in that person's shoes. How much better is that person going to be after they've purchased your product or your service? That should be the foundation of your value-based pricing. Now I want to share with you my simple framework. It's very simple, very plain. Stewardship plus structure equals sustainable success. Your stewardship is spiritual. It's honoring your gifts, your time, and your clients. And your structure, that is strategic. It's researching your market, your benchmarks, and your profit goals. You need both of those along with grace and grit to get that sustainable success that I'm talking about. And listen, God does not bless confusion. There's a proverb, he's not the author of confusion. So when your prices are clear, they're fair, and they're faith-filled, he multiplies your results. Yes, he does. I want you to grab a pen and a paper, a pencil, however you desire to do it. I want you to do this. Research your research like your industry's pricing. Like for instance, me as a business consultant, I'm gonna research other businesses that match the services or the products that I actually serve to my clientele. And then I want you to determine the transformation value. So we're gonna look at the impact that your client or customer is going to have after they have purchased your product or services. Then you're gonna add your experience and your credibility, because that took some time for you to get. I always like to say, you can't pay for experiences, and some things you just have to go through in life in order to even be of value or of service to someone else. So you can't buy that. You can't really put a price on that. But your credibility, going back to school, getting those credentials, taking those extra classes, you can absolutely put a number onto that. And then lastly, you're gonna include your spiritual stewardship, the time that you pour into prayer, into planning, into preparation, your purpose. I want you to combine all of that, and then that in itself should help you put a value and a price point to the services and the products that you provide. Now, if you've already been in business for a while and you're wondering when's the right time to start raising your rates, it's easy. You'll know when's the right time to actually raise your rates. I've heard, I think it was Gary Vee that said that the public actually sets the number, and I've heard several speakers, several individuals that I actually listen to, they say that it's the public, it's the customer that actually sets that number for you. And sometimes you can be underpricing your services. And I like to say this, continue climbing. We would go through it in a business consultation between you and I and actually assess and see if there's any room for growth and improvement in your business as far as the pricing are concerned. See, because your demand is going to grow faster than your availability when you apply these principles and some faith behind it. Absolutely. You've already mastered your systems, and you're no longer going to feel stretched and feel like you can't move. You have to take this call, you have to take that call. Allowing yourself to actually increase those prices is going to alleviate a good bit of burden, believe it or not, because sometimes you're so busy chasing the dollar that you do not have a good work-life balance. There's no solid foundation because you cannot miss a call because, listen, you're not charging enough. You're not charging enough to actually sustain yourself and your family. So raising prices, in my humble opinion, it isn't being arrogant, it's actually being in alignment. So while you're growing, your clients are growing, and your prices should grow as well. I mean, look at how people are living nowadays. I read an article, and please don't quote me on this, but I think somewhere it said if you're making $50,000 a year, that's actually just minimum wage. So it actually puts things into perspective. We have to look to raise our prices to actually sustain ourselves and to allow ourselves to live a more fulfilled life. So I want to encourage you to stop apologizing for your price increases and actually learn to stand on them. Be assertive with your prices. You can say it with peace that this is the value that you bring. And listen, put some confidence behind everything that you say, because your client or your customer can tell whether you are sure or unsure about your own pricing. So remember, you're not charging for ministry, you're charging for management. You're managing a vision and a purpose that God has placed in you and in your heart. So I want you to speak your prices boldly, with love, with confidence, and with boundaries. Now, do me a favor in closing. If this episode blessed you, I want you to do me a favor, please, and leave a comment down below that says, "I'm walking in my worth." Don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes like this one. We do post weekly. And if you're ready to go ahead and elevate your prices and your status within your business, click the link in my bio and we can set up a discovery call and see if we're a good match and a good fit for one another. I want you to remember, you're not overcharging, you are aligning. You're not greedy, you're growing. And the best is yet to come. See you next time. Peace.